Hi everybody, I'm Paul Higgins.
And I'm Melissa Jane.
And welcome to this week's edition of XBS. Once again, we're coming to you from Surf City, USA, Huntington Beach, California.
And this is what you can expect on today's edition of XBS.
Today on XBS, we offer you the world of surfing in a variety of aspects. Join us as we visit the Huntington Beach International Surf Museum for their new exhibit, Surf Sounds, as Surf City, USA honors the music and contributions of the Beach Boys. An exciting day in Huntington Beach with the museum opening its doors to hundreds of historic items in the world of surfing. In addition, we'll slide down Main Street just south of the Huntington Beach Pier for the Vans Pier Classic and the Ezekiel Junior Pro. The waves were good and the competition up to par. Hey, if that's not enough, don't worry. We have more with our XBS Surfer Girl. She's dynamite in a package, Courtney James, a long-legged beauty that knows how to strut her stuff. We'll have Courtney and much more on this edition of XBS. It all starts right now. Well, as you can tell, we do have a fantastic edition of XBS, and I wanted to ask you, have you ever been to a famous museum, one that caught your eye and your heart?
Oh yeah, the Uffizi Museum in Florence. It's where they have the statue of David. Absolutely beautiful.
That is amazing. Do you often think about that, wanting to go back to something like that?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
That's the great thing about museums, and that's the great thing about the Huntington Beach Surf Museum. It's non-profit, and this year they have the theme as they kick it off today, the Beach Boys theme. And if you're in Huntington Beach, it's a must-see. You want to check it out?
I want to check it out.
Let's go. The International Surfing Museum is located in Huntington Beach, California, in the heart of Surf City, USA. What an awesome extension to the history of surfing both locally and worldwide. The Surf Museum has a wide variety of items and displays that will no doubt pique your interest and take you back to the long, hot days of surfing when nothing else seemed to matter. Visiting the Surf Museum, you'll discover many things, but most of all, you'll realize that surfing is the ultimate way of life for countless people. The true lifestyle of surfing is captured on the walls and in between here at the Surf Museum. Time will slide by like an awesome swell as you're treated with images, items, and icons from years gone by. This non-profit venue kicked off their spring season with their newest exhibit, Surf Sounds Part 1, featuring the Beach Boys. Throughout their career, the Beach Boys had 4 #1 hits on the U.S. pop chart, and from 1962 to 1965, they had 16 top 40 hits. The Beach Boys are synonymous with the surf sounds and the craze that swept the world. Honoring the Beach Boys on this special day were the Nocturnes. Also on hand to commemorate the Surf Sounds exhibit was Dean Torrance from the surf duo Jan and Dean. Dean lives in the area and was nice enough to loan some of his historic memorabilia to display in the exhibit.
I have the very wonderful Dean from Jan and Dean's dynamic duo, and we're here at the Surf Museum. Surf City.
This is Surf City, USA.
Yeah.
In Huntington Beach, California, by the way.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I was listening to you sing Surf City song.
Oh, you were?
I was. It was very good. I was very impressed. You have to give me some.
You know, I finally learned it.
Yeah, you finally learned.
It did take 40 years plus, but I finally got the verses right, I think. And don't forget the world tour. If I had a world tour. If I had a world tour, then I would tell you about it.
We'll organize
Would you?
one. Yeah.
That's another one of those things I haven't gotten around to yet.
Yeah, we'll organize it.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'll help here?
How about Surf City, Australia? I'd like
Yeah,
to
you'll
do
have to
that.
come to Australia and do it.
I
Maybe
figured
along
so.
the Gold Coast, or there's some great beaches in Sydney, Melbourne, all of them. You have to do a full tour of Australia.
I have a T-shirt that I designed that said, because we were supposed to go to Australia in like 1964 or 65 or something. So we had a T-shirts made up that said "Down Under Jan and Dean Australian
Awesome.
Tour
Yeah.
65." I think it was 65. Then it got postponed to 66, so I crossed out and then just put a 66. And then my partner Jan was injured in a very, very bad automobile accident. So we didn't do music again for 13 years, so we had to keep scratching out, and it keeps getting postponed.
That'd be
And I think in the
fantastic.
80s, somebody said, "Would you like to go to Australia?" Sure. And that fell through, so we have all the 60s crossed out in through the 80s, and here we are at 2000s, you know. So I have a whole shirt full of crossed out dates. I only got a little bit more room.
Oh, that's like an heirloom that needs to be
2000,
here.
yeah, 2007 or 8 should be right.
Yeah? Alright.
You work on it?
Yeah, get the marker ready. We're going to write it in.
Okay.
Good, let's
I
do it.
appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Surf's up.
Yes, Melissa and Dean look like they're having a great time. Surf was up for the Vans Pier Classic on what amounted to a beautiful week at the beach. In its second year as an ASP event, the Vans Pier Classic hosted a field of 160 men in the World Qualifying Series two-star event. A number of locals were looking to take advantage of the HB Surf in what amounts to their own backyard. The local knowledge of the HB Surf always plays a huge role in every contest that rolls into town. The locals do have a bit of an edge over the rest of the field. However, with any contest, there are so many good surfers that anyone can win on any given day. The hollowed beach break peaks of the HB Pier was the backdrop for 5 days of competition. The great thing about this contest is that it allows other surfers to qualify for future WQS events. Some of these young locals have the ability to surf lights out and bypass the salty veterans who are already on tour. The conditions in any contest are always a major factor. Here in Huntington Beach, you just never know exactly what to expect. One thing for sure is that each surfer will have to deal with the wind. It's always blowing, and how much can determine size, direction, and quality of waves. Over the years, I've seen many great contests here in Huntington. No contest ever seems to be the same. For the contestants, other factors of enjoyment play a factor when they're here for a contest. HB, after all, is known as Surf City, USA. The vibe and overall energy is unlike most contest venues throughout the world.
The great thing about places like this is that you get to see things you don't get to see every day, like this awesome 1948 Woody. Now stay tuned, we've got more of the Vans Pier Classic coming right up.
That's right, Melissa. Up next, more surfing action from Huntington Beach, California. And there's no better place to watch a contest than right here. We'll be back with more of XBS right after this. Hi everybody, I'm Paul Higgins along with Melissa Jane, and welcome back to this week's edition of XBS. So what do you think so far? A lot going on in Huntington Beach.
So much, everyone's here, this is the place to be.
Definitely a lot of energy, and the Surf Museum kind of just spills that all the way from Main Street right here. And where we are right now, Zach's is behind us, the Huntington Beach Pier is in front of us, and just south side of Huntington Beach Pier, a great contest, the Vans Pier Classic. Let's check it out. Surf City, USA hosted the Vans Pier Classic and the Ezekiel Pro Junior Final. As Eric Geiselman paddled out south of the Huntington Beach Pier, he knew he was faced with some pretty stiff competition. Geiselman in the Ezekiel Junior got busy early, but this wave never formed on the inside. Travis Beckman in white did the most with the Huntington Beach Whitewater, whacking the lip with some nice flair. Chris Waring was a little more lucky with his quick cutback going down the line. Geiselman nails a points winner with this 3.60. Moments later, Chad Compton in blue duplicates the effort of Geiselman. Would it be enough? Chris Waring would finish in second place. Here he does as much as he can with this right. Nice job of getting the most out of very little. Travis Beckman, a little sketchy on this left, hangs on to gain some valuable points. This was one of the few lefts in the final, as the waves were getting blown out with every minute that ticked by in this 25-minute final. But in the end, it was Eric Geiselman with the win. I don't know too many guys that had a busier day in the water than you, and you're still standing to talk about your thoughts. A very successful day for you.
Yeah, I woke up really early this morning and came down to do the contest, and the waves have been fun all day. So luckily, I just kept making all my heats, so just got to surf and have fun, and made the final. So that was a bonus.
What's the decision when you come to an event like this that you're going to double dip? I mean, that's a lot of work for you.
Yeah, well, my main focus was the men's, and then I was entered in the Pro Junior as well, but I was just psyched to make both of them. I mean, I still can't believe it, but super happy.
I was talking to Mike, and he said he was blown away that he caught that big wave early, and then obviously he was nervous as they got along. He never knew when you guys were going to catch another wave. Tell me your thoughts about it, because it wasn't a super epic wave final, but competition obviously very good.
Yeah, the waves weren't that great in the final, but yeah, Micah got off to a great start, and he was killing it in the whole event as well. And look at this guy. And yeah,
NASCAR.
Yeah, I know, right? And yeah, we were just having fun. I mean, he was probably stressed out because he got such a good score, and he's in the lead from like 25 minutes or whatever. And I know how that is when you're in the lead. You're just like, oh, come on, clock, we're out. But no, good for him, and he was ripping.
What does the win do for you today? I know it lines your pocketbook, you get a little extra cash, but confidence-wise, are you anxious to get right back out here and start surfing again?
Yeah, I mean, my confidence has been pretty good the whole event. I mean, I knew I could win if I just caught the right waves and stuff. And my dad's had me on great boards. He actually shapes my boards. I ride surfboards. But just the support from my family and friends out here, and it's just been great, and a great week for sure.
As you move forward, what do you look forward to now? What's going on tap for you?
I go to France in a week for another QS, but it's a 4-star. So I've never been there, so that'll be a good experience for me.
Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you back maybe at the event down Trestle.
For sure, yeah, for sure. Thank you.